welcome to my workshop. I just finished a little stick dulcimer according to Michael King's plan, which if you're looking at this, there's probably many clips on his how to build one of these series. I did purchase the plan and collated it online. I think it turned out really nice, even though I had some goof ups. My fault, of course. I did build the mold. I've got several more in the back here ready to build. I even blew the mold up so that I can build a larger model, and I have that right here. So we'll see how that one sounds eventually. But I really like Michael's aesthetic. I love the rounded part here. I love the way he kind of followed the neck of the violin and braced it mandolin style. So the top is Sitka spruce. The strip here is a cherry strip that I had cut many strips of getting ready to build a Baroque lute, so I had extras. So I built the sides of cherry. The back here is paddock, which I love. It's a fabulous wood. I think a great tone wood, and just a beautiful looking piece of wood. One thing I was able to figure out this time is I actually turned the grain a little bit. Most of the time when you're working on instruments, you're scrounging for every single scrap of wood, so you're book matching stuff, you're trying to piece things together. But by having such a small instrument, you know, obviously this is one piece of wood, so I could actually turn a little bit and get this grain. Instead of going straight up and down, it's crossways a little bit, so it's a little bit more stable. And I only put one little brace in the back of it. One of the problems I did have is I arbitrarily tried to move the sound hole down and realized that it was there for a purpose because the scale length was 23.5 inches. So consequently, I had to cut out about 3 inches of the body of the instrument here, move the neck down, and then go with a 24.25 inch scale to get the bridge past the sound hole. So stick with the plan. The bridge I made out of a little piece of spalted maple. It was an extra piece that was cut off from a bass bridge that I saved from a setup. I didn't do the setup, but I saved all kinds of little scraps and things because I knew someday that they would come into use. I cut the tailpiece out of a solid piece of brass, bent it over and drilled the holes for the strings, and I left the screw just sticking out here a little bit so you could use the loop dulcimer strings if you wanted to. A little miscalculation here, and I had to put a little band up here to pull the strings tight. I didn't go with a nut. I went with a 0 fret. I just didn't want to have the hassle with that, and I figured I could probably get a more accurate scale. Thanks, Michael, for a great plan. My little boy's laid claim to this. He calls it Jilly, the little Jilly model. Thanks for watching.